We all urged the people to flee to the seafloor shrine. We may only be buying time, but it's better than doing nothing at all.
Still, 'tis easier said than done. The people may not believe us, even should we make our case.
Well met.
Let's follow the shots.
Another errand since my days are naught.
I hope I acquitted myself.
I've had well enough of your nitpicking.
I reckon the world would be better off without you.
I've wares of plenty.
Shame on me for expecting all better.
Gathering materials makes for dull work indeed.
I'll gut you and feed you your...
Oi, you! Don't go poking your nose in our business. This is between us.
Aye, leave off or we'll make you.
Shield yourself. I'm not too proud to scum.
Have you lost your bloody mind?
It doesn't belong.
Reckon you can just cut us down in the street? What's the matter with you? Eh? Fine, fine. We'll set our squabble aside for today, so bother us no more.
There's something strange about the way time passes here.
Indeed. All we once held to be true is now changed.
But who would affect such a change? And for what purpose?
Welcome. Well met.
Ah! You're just riding on your father's coattails.
You slander my honor, sir. I demand a duel. This is no business of yours. Be gone!
Now, Nara, let's not be too hasty. If we are to duel, we ought to have a witness. Otherwise, who's to say the victor fought with honor?
Aye, true enough. Without a witness, either of us could simply kill the other, then disavow the use of any underhandedness. Well, sir, what say you? Will you watch over us while I take this scoundrel to task? You have my gratitude, sir. Let us delay no further. Come, Scario. Prepare yourself.
Have at you!
What's this now?
You'll show them.
10 times stronger than I'll ever be.
Happening. Stand strong.
Can't make a tail of it.
I sleep on my...
Mercy.
You can do this! I believe in you!
Can't sort this out.
I admit it. I underestimated your skill. The loss is mine.
Nay. 'Twas I who underestimated you. I'd thought to score an easy victory. But you fought fair and capably.
We owe you a debt, sir. 'Tis on your account that we've seen some sense. Were it not for your timely appearance, I'd wager this nonsense might have cost one of us their life.
Indeed. Better to hone our respective skills than take up arms against petty slights, I say.
It seems some things can only be resolved by crossing blades. But I doubt they'll quarrel again after this.
My heart is light as a feather after that exchange.
Ah, Sir Arisen. In less pressing circumstances, I would take issue with your methods, but I cannot deny your efficacy. The people of Batal are beginning to see that they must stand together if they are to survive this calamity. We shall see the fruits of your labors when the time comes to evacuate. At the very least, we need not expect too much opposition to the announcement. Pray, return to Empress Nadinia and apprise her of your doings. I must heavens only know how many lives you have saved this day. I hope you'll accept this humble reward for your efforts.
What say we report back to Empress Nadinia? Her Majesty ought to be willing to commence the evacuation now.
Very well, if I must.
Last night's scuffle.
Few are privy to the goings-on in the Forbidden Magic Research Lab, even among the Batali.
That does seem to be the case. What's more, only a select few are granted entry.
Do the people not question its existence? I should like to know more about its activities, if 'twere me.
Her Majesty has begun her supplications. None may see her ere they conclude.
Stay your hand, Vera. This one may pass. Come hither. We would speak with you. One of our ministers informs us that you have been espied in the city, resolving the people's troubles. You have our gratitude for your efforts, which have doubtless bettered the fate of this nation and its citizenry. Your journey continues, does it not? We wish you good fortune on your travels, wheresoe'er they may take you.
Pray excuse the interruption, Your Majesty, but I fear time is upon us. I would see you prepared for the road ahead.
Indeed. Forgive us, but we must take our leave. Farewell.
Batal and the rest town are now safely evacuated. I am certain we can rely upon Simonella to keep the peace.
Not bad, all things considered.
Greetings. How...
There are more who can yet be saved.
Let us begin with the place most likely to be marked for destruction.
Our research shall make the world.
The perfect spot to sleep.
We would be ill-advised to proceed without light.
I can only imagine what's brought you back here. There's a task I would have you attend to. My thanks.
And here we are, in the blink of an eye. Shall we take stock of our surroundings?
I am grateful. Here you are, a
You would entrust this item of import to me, Master? Very well. I shall keep it safe till you have need of it. Come to think of it, standing here, I cannot help but recall our first visit to Vernworth. Do you remember it as well as I, Master?
Your Majesty. How glad I am to see you safe. Where have you been this past month? The end of the world. Are things truly so dire? Though, I am aware of the dragon attack on Melv. We received word that naught but a smoking ruin remains. 'Twas a tragedy, and I would not see it repeated. However, without a clear path, we in the Guard shall be hard-pressed to forestall the impending crisis. You would have me evacuate the city? I see. Mayhap 'twould be for the best. Ever since the fall of Melv, the citizens of Vernworth have lived in fear that their homes are next to be assailed. If there is safe harbor to be found elsewhere, I believe we have naught to lose by seeking sanctuary. But I doubt I could convince the people of this city to abandon their homes, however terrified they may be. Methinks your Majesty would do better to ask this of the Regent King. After the false sovereign vanished and the world was altered, His Grace has been the one keeping order here in Vermont. If the people will heed anyone, 'tis him.
'Tis admirable how Regent King Sven has taken up command of the kingdom. We would be remiss not to offer him our aid. No quarrel here. Have no fear, Master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while. I suppose all we can do is wait.
So you've come. I'm glad to see you. Captain Brandt has already apprised me of your proposal. A full-scale evacuation of the citizenry. Truth be told, I had reached the same conclusion. So long as we cower within these walls, we must live in fear of going the way of Melv. My ministers have approved the plans, and I have petitioned the encampment survivors and the Thieves' Guild for aid. The only remaining obstacle is my mother. She has set herself stubbornly against any such flight. I have tried to make her see reason, but of late she has taken to shutting herself in her chambers. However, I fear that my position permits me to entertain her fancy no longer. I must put the needs of the common folk before her selfish whims. Now, there are a few matters I must attend to before we can evacuate, and I would fain welcome your assistance. We will require several ox carts to carry the sick and aged out of the city. Might I prevail upon you to petition the merchant at the ox cart station in the west of the city for their use? You may assure him that the royal treasury will foot any and all expenses.
Queen Regent Disa hardly leaves her chambers, and all her meals come back scarcely touched. Between you and me, I fear for her health. Have you come to claim my life, Arisen? Well, far be it from me to deny you. But I shall go to the grave with a smile on my lips, for So do as you will. I have no intention of begging for mercy. Do with me as you will. The throne and its powers hold no meaning. What are you doing? Unhand me at once! Guards! Help me!
You have brought Mother to me, I see. My thanks, friend. You have done me a great service.
Sven.
You may leave us. Now that we can speak without a door twixt us, I am confident that I can persuade her. This was in Mother's room. I did wonder where it had gotten off to. But why would she... Mother, I must beg your forgiveness. I believed that you desired to make me sovereign solely for your own benefit. Yet in truth, you sought to better the lot of our people.
Ah, but I would have benefited. And handsomely at that. Besides, I cannot deny that I was proud. I wish to see my own son on the throne, and no other.
Even so, I cannot help but feel that all of this could have been avoided. Had I only been more attentive, if I had but better known your heart, I could have shared in your burdens. You would not have had to suffer alone, and perhaps together, we could have walked a better path.
Oh, Sven.
Mother, I beg you, join the evacuation. You need not fall with this city. I would not see you take your crimes wholly on your own shoulders. That weight is as much mine to bear as 'tis yours.
My son. You truly would make a fine and goodly ruler. Your kindness will save many lives. Of that I have no doubt.
Would you be... You may assure him that the royal treasury will...
My son, your kindness will save many...
All my peers seem so much more capable.
What that such peace reigned eternal.
Whoever's my replacement for the This quiet means all's well.
but not at the expense of my duty. Such quietude is a blessing.
Somehow my feet always
I'm afraid I must be going now. Thank you again for your...
Just about anywhere.
Would you be so kind as to petition the merchant at the Oxcart station in the... You may assure him that the Royal Treasury will foot any and... I'm afraid I must...
suppose I'd best get to work.
Must hold out till someone comes to me.
I cannot begin to fathom what happened during our time apart. Although... Oh, I was wholly unconscious. I could still feel you arisen, like a heartbeat. Constant. And so, my faith in our bond...
As long as I get my gold, who takes...
We have chartered the ox carts as requested. 'Tis a pleasant change.
Ah, you've returned. How fares your procurement of those carts? You do? My thanks. That puts paid to the last of our preparations. I will...
People of Burnworth are evacuated, Master. And with Regent Kinspen to guide them, they are in capable hands.
Not bad, all things considered.
well take a look while you're here, eh? Need anything? Many thanks.
Are you in the market for something in particular? Many thanks. I appreciate. Come take a look. You'll be glad you do come again.
Interested in my wares?
These are troubled times, but rest assured, our... doors shall remain open, and you know where to find me. As long as you leave peruse at these are troubled times, but rest assured. Our doors shall remain open, and you know where to find me.
I'm flattered that you would choose to leave an item of such consequence in my charge. I'll take good care of it.
Tad Rowdy. Suppose reckon his skull if you want to be soft.
What might you be looking for?
Do you know how long you'll be? I only asked so that I might adopt the most effective stance to recuperate my strength. I suppose all we can do is wait. Is this place bereft of beasts and brigands both?
I'm like to forget how to fight should this continue.
Haven't you a lantern arisen?
Only attacks ought to be most effective against this.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. Griffin gets the worm. You are full of surprises. I look forward to informing my own master about such things. Come, please.
You'll not live to regret this!
The time is come for us to let you fail for you. Back whence it came.
You ain't long enough. What we say, don't think you are unbending resolve.
I shall see to it this does not happen again.
Those are not mere clouds. They seem to possess a will of their own.
There is little to be done about so lofty a foe, yet we must try to find a means of dealing with them.
Lanterna 4 odd.
Kemen Hume Naf.
My friend, how glad I am to see you yet live. When word reached me of your uncanny disappearance, I admit I feared the worst. What has become of this world? Our people fear for the future. We cannot be sure we will be safe here. Yet this place is all we know. All we have. You think we need to evacuate? I see. And you know of a place where we might find refuge? I should gladly follow you, but I fear my father will not be so easily persuaded. Nonetheless, we can but try. Come.
As arborist, Sir Taliesin is the leader of the Elven people. Let us follow our guide, that we might speak with him.
I suppose 'tis so?
There are fair more Finland Kalma.
Findelnar, ne veo norwende lis kemen. Moriven lis erumar meldol netara.
Kasinke telpe nun finaler, nun mor arda her. Fionar elwe arfarne nenwen sur orne?
Mornambwe roth enfane avasilmines fana. Nevea tara morevin. Lis fa aldakar kemen rose oi andil. Kemen rose elame mor orne arenka liasu? Lia arranca su morevin. Lia morevin unduiroth mine falis ne kenalien martir. Palan venis in heranon eluisoronne eruor.
Nun lis amanda kill angadur fenor.
Kemen rose andil soron russa ne karilm ilarato. Ne chiamenran en firiav la sestir. Eame via angamar en aldaya. Moretele erando morivun telume?
Findalnar, morivin les charmenan? Nefa oyo sur. Airando vanitol melantar. Minas vana toralia.
Alcarwa fir nun eldaya ane martir tindome ingarina fa alme alcarwa? Et aler le affermor eldalia eralotte. Sorne an fameltol. Vanalin huror soron. Kasinke telpe nun finaler. Lera nefir heranon, anne arteher firnis. Nullis amanda kill angadur.
That man's head is harder than the Arbor Heart's trunk. Let's demonstrate the cutting's resilience and prove him mistaken.
'Tis easily done.
Nefernis Alifkil?
any rate, the pawns in this party are winning all.
And I've no objections.
Hopefully we're not tempted anytime soon.
Cloud's advance is halted. This reprieve may be a temporary one, but... I am glad for it all the same.
Nun lia Fiona sur Fiennes. Elelot osto silfa malantha alecano mine.
You shan't hear me complain about an...
Our adventure continues. Off we go then.
Shall we get underway?
Nun lia Fiona sur Fiennes. Ilmen.
When those clouds cover the sky, this world will meet its end. When those clouds cover the sky, this world will meet its end.
Whatever happens, we cannot give in.
Nun li atilmo.
Akayel fil cal arume fa in iteron. Und et in Lalasta.
Vindamund. Yardmen Ransor?
We've arrived well enough. Where to next?
I've a selection of wares that... Sure, pleasure doing business with you.
You have my fullest confidence. There is a matter I would entrust to you alone. My thanks.
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad to assist you. Do come again.
Greeting. You need only make a worthy offering in exchange. I have seen your path. You've my gratitude. 'Tis lovely to see you.
Come take a look. You'll be glad you did. Always a pleasure.
With Brock, so ask away. My hammer... Is that your pleasure doing business with...
Look as long as you please. Look as long as you please. Do come again.
Have you forgotten something arisen?
My thanks. A gift. Take it.
Thank you, friend. This place does not have long left, I fear. We ought to get to safety. I'd gladly accompany you, believe me. But the others here... well, suffice to say, they won't be able to join us. Follow me. You'll see what I mean. It's a jail of sorts, this place. They were supposed to be digging up old ruins or some such. I confess, I don't know all of the ins and outs of the operation. Underlings like myself were given orders, and little else, you see. Well, here you have it. They've been like this for a month straight now. They refuse to leave. You might as well try talking to a wall. You'd have more luck. I know they don't die like we do, but it seems cruel to abandon them here, all the same. I never wanted to be here, you know, taking part in all of this. The enslavement of pawns doesn't sit well with me. I suppose that's why I can't bring myself to leave them behind. Either that, or the current state of the world helps to put things in perspective. At any rate, I've tried everything I can think of to get them out, but naught's done any good. I'm at rather a loss.
The command came a month ago or more. We are to remain here, and so we remain.
I implore you, Arisen. Take me with you.
So they're staying here because they were ordered to remain, and they told you that, did they? Strange. I couldn't get a word out of them. I wonder why they saw fit to speak with you. But never mind that. More importantly, you've given me an inkling of the problem at hand. It was the Overseer's doing, methinks. When the world changed, that craven up and ran for his life, but on his way out, he used that artifact they call the God's Way to command the pawns to protect him. I expect that order of his is what the pawns were referring to. But why would they continue to obey when the man is long gone? Listen, friend, I've a thought. What say you have a look around and see what you can turn up? If the Overseer's command is indeed still in effect, it could be that he is lurking somewhere not far from here. Use that key to have a look around. It should open any doors you come across. Best keep your eyes peeled for the Overseer as well. I have a feeling he's still lurking about here somewhere.
Pawns need only obey the true Arisen. I suspect one of those fell artifacts employed at the coronation is at work here.
I suppose 'tis so.
It takes a strange ilk to elect to dwell in such hinterlands as these.
Indeed. Vermund feels a world away.
'Twould seem we need not...
Always travel by foot. If novel inventions such as this are to be found, contraptions like these are best used when and as we find them.
Well met, sir. How's the day treating you then?
So, the pawns were being held here by the power of this godsway. Now they ought to be free to make good their escape.
Not a bad idea.
Peruse at your leisure. Why? Peruse at your leisure. Sir, do come again?
So, there was naught left of the Overseer but bones, eh? I'll wager he thought to take the pawns with him to the grave. He always was a spiteful old goat. At any rate, I'm well grateful for your aid, friend. Now that the pawns are on their feet, methinks I can get them to safety. I only hope they'll heed my words as they have yours. But I'm not worried. I'll find a way to reach them in time, no doubt. My word! Isn't this the Godsway? With this, I'll be able to guide the pawns to the refuge without delay. Now there's no chance of any of them being left behind. Seems I've no end of things to thank you for, my friend. I appreciate all you've done here. I'll get the pawns to safety, don't you worry.
With this, their evacuation is all but assured. Godsways are loathsome artifacts, but I suppose they have their uses.
Mayhap 'twas somewhat overdone, but no matter.